Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dia about to react to this Jamari vid. It's titled "The Akaash Singh Situation Gets Much Worse." He responded, "Oh Lord, they just won't stop." Both of them are just continuing to make their marriage look worse and worse. But it's like a car accident. I can't look away. I gotta get the updates. All right, let's hear what he has to say now. Let's watch.
So the last time we caught up with stand-up comedian, co-host of the Flagrant podcast, Akaash Singh, things were not going very well for him. As for years, Akaash had painted his home life as some sort of fairy tale, almost as if he had found the needle in the haystack and was married to the most pure woman he could ever imagine.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this, how do you believe her?
But lately, Akaash's worst nightmare has come true, and the internet has been collectively destroying both him and his wife Jasleen for the last calendar month. It's almost like Akaash is kind of just caught up in the rubble of her bad decisions, and now he has been embarrassed time and time again. Because not only did his wife reveal herself to be infatuated with both money and material possessions,
the best fucking part is like living with your best friend. Also, it's like there's who buys you designer shit.
But she also made several statements about her dating history before him that had people looking at her sideways.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
So now the audience has seen behind the curtain of this fairy tale, and the comments have been merciless. Granted, everyone comes with a past, everyone has baggage, but even in the current day, she was still thirsting over her friend's husband, who is essentially Akaash 2.0.
And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
And since my last video...
Imagine if Akaash said something like that, like to his co-host, to Andy. And Andrew. Imagine if he was like, "I know your wife got some wet." You know, like that would be so wild. People would be like, why would you say that? That's basically what she did.
Topic: the Akaash files have only gotten much worse. We have some more embarrassing clips resurfacing from the past. We have updates on Akaash fleeing to Dubai.
Maybe
Not fleeing.
Her latest podcast episode where she attempts to dunk on her haters when the score is already 69-0.
investing in your wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. Investing in your wife is not a financial burden.
As well as a leaked on-stage response from the man himself to all the controversy.
These narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing.
But I feel like we should just start a little bit lighter here. First, the detectives of the internet did find her potential roster of white trappers from college.
And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
As well as more footage of her refusing to kiss him on camera, including the very day that the man proposed for the original time.
Oh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife. My wife's real young, my wife's real small. Let's go to the beach and play with a beach ball. Praise Jesus God and my wife.
So as of right now, Akaash is 0 for 2. He is betting 0 on proposal kisses. Which, if that is not telling to people of something, I don't really know what will be. Like, there shouldn't be a moment where a woman is not happier in regards to her relationship than when her guy is down on his knee ready to spend the rest of his life with her. Now granted, in the last video, we did discuss how Akaash grew up with like zero confidence in himself. And I really do think that he is now seeing the effects of that in his personal life.
I was hideous.
Well, you're not a hideous guy.
Hey, you didn't see me in high school.
What happened?
I'm playing. I don't think he's hideous.
Crooked teeth.
Even back then, I don't think he was hideous. I was just a little shocked that was him, but I don't think he's horrible looking.
I was just like a chipmunk.
Now fast forwarding to the current day, we had Akaash going over to Dubai with his wife and his family, something I'm sure was planned long before this expose, and of course she decided to document the entire thing on her TikTok page.
Good morning, it's a beautiful day in Dubai. I am getting a massage. Akash is a little tired, so he's gonna go stay sleeping. I have an appointment at Shanell, and I'm gonna run around the room. I'm so excited. I actually just ran around the room. Yes, do it. Okay.
And I really do think she's trying to make it like a point to stick it to her haters, calling out her questionable behavior online, as she makes several pieces of content revolving around spending money at luxury stores.
Is it too big on me? It's like a travel bag. It is like, It's a little big on me. I get what he's saying, but it's not like bad. Good that it matches so well. Because every time something matches, I need to buy it. Oh, the purple's nice. Yeah, I like this one.
He looks pissed.
You have to come to Dubai to get the sparkly stuff. All right, I think I'll do this.
I wouldn't want to spend $1 on her after you just embarrassed me online that bad. Okay.
And it is downright hilarious to see Akaash in the background of these videos with his sullen expressions. I mean, down to the damn airport, she was out here taking money from the Akaash machine.
The Akaash machine is crazy.
And I just love how you got this Asian motherfucker in the background knowing he just hit the fattest lick from the Akaash machine.
Stop.
And don't get me wrong, guys, there is nothing inherently wrong with spoiling a woman or really anyone for that matter. Hell, guys do it all the time for women they aren't even dating exclusively, tricking off their money.
Okay, so you spent over $1 million on Karina, and you've posted on her story, so I can say this. You haven't hit.
Oh, she came up.
I just feel like the real problem comes with her overall attitude of like this general entitlement. Like, I'm not sure if it's a cultural thing or if this is like the path she always felt she was destined to walk. But it is beyond clear to me that she feels like she is like owed these gifts. And that is where we get to the response that she made on her return to her very successful podcast.
Also because, like, where the fuck has
Is she being
chivalry gone?
sarcastic?
Where has chivalry gone? Like, why do these men who make $60,000 a year talking about gold diggers? You don't have any gold to dig. you don't know.
That line is tired. How many times people gonna say that? Like, and she laughing like that was original. Like, girl.
You don't even have to worry about it. It's like, bro, we're not even talking about you because the guys that are actually in the 1% tax bracket, they want to do like the things that my husband and Nav are doing. They want to take care of women. They don't want us to be stressed. They want to be in our divine. They want us to be in our divine feminine energy.
Now, to be clear, most of the people
Do
she's
her.
talking about here, these red pill creators, are at the very least in the top 3% of earners in the country. I mean, a lot of you already know that I'm not like a red pill guy myself. In fact, I've spent a lot of time roasting these types of creators. But man, does she keep supplying them with more ammo than Reagan in the Iran-Contra affair.
She gets into this divine feminine energy, this divine feminine aura. In return, she starts taking.
But what's wild about this is that's not the energy that you're displaying. This is not feminine, divine, relaxed, soft girl era behavior. That's not what this is giving. You're embarrassing this man. If anything, you're kind of giving him reasons to not want to spend money on you. If that's what you're saying is that's your role to be this divine, feminine, escape for him. That doesn't seem like that's what you're doing. You're not giving him peace. So it's like, don't really add up. But once again, girl, do your thing. He's a willing participant. So if y'all like it, I love it.
Taking care of you in a much better way. Investing in your wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. Investing in your wife is not a financial burden.
And it's interesting that she talks about this like divine feminine energy when it is defined as the following: a spiritual and cultural concept representing nurturing, intuitive, and creative qualities such as empathy, sensuality, and interconnectedness. When she has literally admitted on multiple occasions that she doesn't do anything. She doesn't cook, she doesn't clean,
that
she doesn't show
too.
this guy affection.
That
For those of you who
too.
are new here, hi, my name is
Yeah,
Justine.
she
I'm a
doesn't make
stay-at-home
sense.
wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
I mean, she even
Oh, that's
admitted that she hates
embarrassing.
to celebrate this guy's birthday with him because she has to be nice to him for an entire 24 hours, and I guess that takes away from her sacred princess treatment.
May the 4th is Akash's birthday. And
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have
I kind of want to feel bad for him, but I
to be
don't.
nice the whole day, and I have to get him something. Listen, I'm just used to being treated like a princess all day, every day, so that one day that I don't.
Oh, what torture.
Yeah, I'm like a case in point example. Like, even before my husband really started making money, he always would find little ways to spoil me, even if it didn't cost that much in the beginning. And now, like, we've gone from like him buying me like AirPods or like Nike shoes to now like, spending so much money at Miu Miu or Cartier or whatever. And I'm not saying that to be braggy. I'm saying that
Yeah, sure.
I've seen this principle like really, really work, and I truly believe that like a man that takes care of his wife is like blessed by the universe.
So she really thinks in her head that Akaash is only successful because he spoiled her in his personal life.
When she
Behind
does
every
nothing.
successful man.
Is a woman.
Wait, what is it? What else say?
Is a great woman.
Oh,
That was anticlimactic.
Keep in mind, Akaash claims he works over 320 days a year, and he has been grinding his comedy career for 20 years now. So to suggest that him spoiling her is the sole reason that the universe has provided him with monetary riches and fame is honestly beyond delusional. I mean, let's be honest, no one even knew who she was until around a month ago.
And so, like, when I was training my dog, this is no joke, I read this dog training book, and it says in the book, like, the true alpha of the pack is not the dog that barks all the time, is super defensive, insecure. Like, those are the red pill guys. The true alpha of the pack is the calm one.
The quiet.
The, like, leads
I agree
with
with that.
dignity.
And not only does she have that dog trained, but she also has a
But that ain't Akaash though. Stop trying to make it seem like, oh, that's why he's calm and chill. No.
on the very same regimen. Because he totally buys
Not
into
giving
this
out.
idea that he is forever indebted to her because she was with him when he was broke. And he says like she could have gone and married a doctor, but she stayed with him instead. And this is where his onstage response comes in, as Akaash tells the crowd a little story from their past.
These narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm going to tell one story that I had never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, then I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. I had to save up money to move to...
People don't want to hear this at the comedy show. Make me laugh. I don't want to hear this. The copium is high.
Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. Me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, a real Indian. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34. I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too fucking moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, "What's this for?" I said, "You can use it as a pillow." And then she goes, "Well, what are you going to use?" And I said, "I'll figure it out." She handed me back the jacket. She goes, "You take this." And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night.
Okay, where did that attitude go? Great, cute story. Love it. Love that she gave a fuck back then. But what about now in present day?
And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much. Ever.
This is at a comedy show?
I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever.
Nah.
Sir, someone who really loves you would not be going out of their way to embarrass you this hard. Actually, I'm not going to say that. I don't know them. I'm not going to say she doesn't love him. That's a lot. But this is a cute story, but none of this reflects her current day behavior. So maybe that is how she felt back then. I don't know how old he is now, so I don't know how many years ago that was. Oh, wait, he said 2018. Okay, that was a long time ago. So we're about to be in 2026. It's fair to say that maybe her attitude and feelings towards you have changed and they are manifesting, into what we see today. Because that was cute back in 2018, like damn near eight years ago. But current day, she's making you look horrible. You're the laughing stock of the internet, buddy.
That ain't it, y'all.
So yeah, I just think his attempted damage control was weak at best.
Yeah.
Granted, I do not think that he planned on having
I
this
feel
part
bad
of his
for him,
set
I'm
leaked.
sorry.
And on a more human level, I do feel bad for him.
This man got a harp on the past, 2018. Y'all wanna hear? Y'all hear the laughing in comedy, but y'all wanna hear what my wife did for me back then and how much she used to love me. She loved me so much back then. Like, that is sad. Do you have any current stories? Because she is making y'all both look like clowns, brother.
Like enduring this
Damn.
tsunami online. And there definitely is some merit in being with
Damn,
someone when
Akaash.
they have nothing and staying with them through that. And I don't think it's necessarily wrong to like bask in the benefits when they do become successful. But like I said, the entitlement is just off the charts, and she's out here saying all this wild shit. And I think she can't see that that is like the issue that most people have. That is why everyone is pointing and laughing in Akaash's face. And in this last clip I have for you guys, you will see exactly where her mindset is regarding finances, as she talks about the idea of a man asking for a prenup before marriage.
Is it just me, or is the idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive? And only one way. Like, if I asked someone to sign a prenup because I had some, like, booming business, then I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup because, like, I don't want to, like, lose all my money. But then, like, if a guy asked me to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding. Like, I would literally call off the wedding.
You would have called off the wedding if I asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, like, I'm not even joking.
I had no real ability to, since you were with me when I was broke.
So once again, it's like because she was with him when he was broke, Akaash will forever remain her doormat.
You're a sexist. That's the thing.
I'm a feminist.
That's what we code it as, but you're a sexist.
And to be frank, most stand-up comedians are lucky if they make it by their mid-30s. Yes, there is this acceleration now because of podcasting, but even then, the majority of successful men and women in the space have been grinding for 10 to 20 years before they see any monetary value.
It kind of just, to me, shows, like, I don't know, like, it's like kind of like you're not, like, you're already now being generous. In, like, as a man, you're already not being generous, and I feel like men should be generous.
And what should women do?
Be spoiled.
Okay. Where should they be generous?
With money.
No, where should women be generous?
Oh, like with tender love and care.
I don't think.
Well, I'm not saying I do it all.
There you go.
And if that clip right there does not tell the whole story, I don't know what will. But regardless, we all have our choices to make in life, and if the guy is happy to be like this, well, I guess who are we to tell him otherwise?
You
After
like it,
all,
I
she
love
really
it,
just
brother.
sees all the backlash as just a bunch of, like, incel losers following the demands of their red pill leaders.
Or these fucking red pill podcast guys, like, when they tell you something, when they ask you to jump, you say how high. You're still not a man either way. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you're still a little bitch, beta boy, doing whatever these fucking men tell you. Canceled by this, like, people, it doesn't affect me, especially because I check.
My question is, he's spending all this money on her. Why he can't get her no braces? Like, I'm not even trying to be rude, but I'm just confused. Because if I was with a nigga who had all this money and can drop thousands and thousands on Shanell bags like that, you know, I would want him to fix my mouth if my teeth were looking like this. Just saying.
I really don't
like
respect that.
You don't even have to get like traditional braces. There's Invisalign. Like, there are ways to fix whatever.
But either way, guys, I want to know what you got.
Listen, a part of me does not want to feel bad for him because he is a willing participant, but another part of me just can't help it. Just because she's like going out of her way to embarrass him. And she doesn't have to post this type of content. Like, it's not like she needs to do this for money or this was her brand before. Like, no, she just came out the blue doing this, and it kind of feels like she's doing this to like get back at him or something, or just to, you know, ruin his reputation. Like, cause why else would you be doing this? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And there's nothing wrong with him like taking care of her and spending all this money on her. It's like, okay, cool, girl, enjoy that lifestyle. Why do you have to go out of your way to, you know, make both of y'all look so bad? I just don't understand it. Like, you're talking about your coworker's husband's penis, how big it must be. Like, that's just so strange. Like I said, on the flip side, I would be talking shit about Akaash if he said that to Andrew. Like, your wife got some wet, I know she got some wet box. Like, I'll be like, what the fuck, you know? So I'm just not a fan of people going out of their way to embarrass their partners on purpose. Like, I just feel like this is just very, very odd behavior, and it just keeps getting worse. Like, more and more stuff just keeps coming out, and then it's just also sad that he needed to get on stage and try to convince people and himself that his wife loves him. He got to dig up a story from 2018 to prove that. That's so sad. Like, I do kind of feel bad for him. Damn. This is getting hard to watch, but I can't look away. If y'all come across something else, tell me to react to. I'm gonna check it out. But damn, this is wild. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.